What else can be done right now to help your athletes and the sport of mixed martial arts grow here in the UK specifically?
I think it needs to be more in the mainstream sports media in the UK. Like, you turn on Sky Sports, it's just football, boxing. So we're not on there, which I kind of find bizarre. I can understand it a few years ago, but now
we've had champions,
and we're side by side with, you know, like boxing.
Almost a weekend now before Fight Week London, and I've just learned that you've not only got 2 guys in the UFC, you've got 6 on Cage Warriors as well.
Yeah, busy.
Very busy. Good problems to have though?
Always, yeah. I mean, for me, I'm very, you know, passionate of having a strong team, and a strong team, you can't just have one fight, you need multiple fights. You need people looking like that. Look at the physique on me now. You need that. You know, but it's like you do need a strong team. You know, like I said this 1,000 times. Like, you fight individually, but you need to train as a team. You need to have good bodies. It's not like boxing where you bring in your pad man, you bring in sparring partners to spar, then you send them on their way. You need to drill. So I treat it like an Olympic wrestling team. You need partners to drill with. Olympic judo, you need partners. Karate, you need partners to drill with. And that's why I class this as like a team sport. But of course, you compete individually.
Yeah. So give us an idea of what the vibe's like then, with 8 guys competing on the same weekend.
It's busy. I mean, like, we've been here a few times. It's always busy.
Yeah.
Right? But then, like, it's just part of the wheel. Busy week. We had someone fighting Combat Global last night. Kate Bashik, she won. We have
congratulations.
Two guys fighting this weekend in Shock and Awe. That's that. And then next week we have Cage Warriors and UFC. A couple of weeks up that we have Alfie Davis in PFL. Then we have also have Federico on PFL. We have Cage Warriors in Scotland. You know,
right.
We have a lot.
It keeps on rolling.
It keeps going. And this is the thing, it's a bit different as a coach to a fighter, because this sport is year round. It's not like most sports where you have a season where, you know, like football is a season, cricket is a season, there's season sports. This is not a season sport. But when you have a fight, you can go, right, I'm going to rest for like 8 weeks.
Yeah.
No, still train, but I can just have a little break. As a coach, you don't. You just boom, pack your bag up one day, go again, back. You know, so like you're constantly going, which is good. You're always on your toes. It's always something to look forward to. I've always loved this week as a competitor.
Yeah.
Because used to do it all the time. Cage Boys, then they do the UFC in March. Always around March time.
Yeah.
I love it, and I love it as a competitor. Now I love it as a coach. I think the O2 is just so iconic.
Yeah.
And the atmosphere, even if this, I fought in obviously the main O2, but also I fought at a bare knuckle boxing match in the Indigo West where Cage Warriors is.
Yeah.
And it still was a great atmosphere.
Yeah.
In both, you know, just go walking, the walk from the tube station, and, you know, that kind of thing. It's cool.
Yeah. No, it's ingrained in MMA culture now for anyone in this area, because if you're getting to a Cage Warriors card, you're on your way as well. But you've now just reminded me, like, what is it for you now as Brad One Punch Pickett, the coach, when you make that walk in the O2 with your fighters? You're about to do it with another guy as well, but when you go there with Nathaniel?
It's different now to when it, obviously walking out fighting is completely different. Walking out as a coach is different, but I still get a lot of the same feelings, especially in the O2. I have a lot of memories there. You know, that was my home. I love fighting in the O2. And it did bring back, the flame dies, but it always burns a little bit in that venue, if that makes sense. Like, I still get the jitters, and like, man, it's so cool. It's not as bad now. I've been retired like 8 years. You know, I got put on my story up there. I can't believe it was 8 years ago. So I've been retired 8 years. The flame took a long time to go out on other shows, but the flame still burns when I go to that show. It still feels great, you know. I still have that little bit of, oh man, it's just cool, you know. I still get that. I still compete. I now compete for my athletes, you know. Like, I want them to go on and do well. And at the moment, Nathaniel's unbeaten in the UK. You know, like, he's never lost on UK soil, and we're hoping to keep it that way. And now we have Lonnie making his not UFC debut, but I class it like hometown debut, because this is his hometown.
Yeah.
I know he's Irish and Chinese, but he's from London. I've known that kid since. I remember seeing him, first time I ever saw him fight was in the O2. He's 14 years of age, a kickboxing match with Festus, another young kid called Festus. I remember seeing these two guys and thinking, holy crap, these guys are good.
Right.
And I never knew that he would go up there and like train with me. He fought on my little show, Rock.
Yeah.
And I've seen him grow to where he is now. That's the same with Nathaniel. I've been with him for a long time. So I feel like a proud dad.
Yeah, is it going to be a moment then walking out with Lonnie at this one?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, of course. We've all been on a journey, a long journey. So yeah, I have a lot of emotions, but we're there to get a job done.
Yeah.
And that for me stays the most important thing.
There are going to be a few people that are still getting introduced to Lonnie. You've obviously, as you just described, been around him a long time. What can they expect when he steps into the octagon?
Expect the unexpected, see, he's very, very he's like a Duracell bunny, he can just explode. He has great striking. He's very well rounded, very good in the sport. Has dynamite. He's a lot of people don't know, but he has dynamite in both hands. He's one of the hardest hitters people in the gym. We have a punch machine here.
Really?
Yeah, and he was the hardest hitting guy as a flyweight, beating heavyweights.
Jesus.
I don't want to admit it, he even hit punches harder than me. Blew my mind. I think the machine was rigged a little.
Yeah, maybe. Just on that one.
Was when I retired, when I was,
Right,
but
wouldn't have been close.
Honestly, that kid has dynamite.
What is it like to be a coach for someone like Lonnie, who is so dynamic to watch and can use all of the tools, stuff that we only really see in movies? But what is it like for you to have that at your disposal?
It's like going into a fight with a Swiss Army knife. He's not just like, I've only got a blade. He's got so many tools, so many ways he could win this fight. He has a great team around him. Carlton is his pad guy. He does very good work with him. Actually works a lot on his ground game. Obviously he's known for his striking, but don't sleep on him on the ground either. He's good. He has very good wrestling. Obviously, from me helping him out, he's one of those ones where I turn to level. You want to go in there as a complete MMA fighter, and not just, you don't want to go in there and thinking, if the guy gets me, if I get me down, get this guy down, I'm all right. Or I keep it on the feet, I'll be all right. You want to think, oh God, I'm in trouble no matter where I am. And that's why I think Lonnie, that's the case.
He's fighting another guy from Diego Lima's Shooter Box gym, a gym that's produced a champion and continues to churn out really good fighters. What's he up against on the weekend?
What's Lonnie up against?
Yeah.
That guy, the guy's up against Lonnie. That's what he's up against.
Nicely done, nicely done.
Yeah. I mean, I've been around a long time. The shootbox style is kind of very shootboxing, kind of.
Oh, do you think he fits the mould of that? Right, okay.
He does, yeah. He has that sort of style. I think, same as a lot of them, even like people like Charles Oliveira, they let you dictate where the fight takes place. If you want to stand up, you stand up. If you want to go to the ground, we'll go to the ground. I think with that, it's going to be in our favour. We can dictate where this fight takes place. So that's what I think is key. Don't want to give too much.
Yeah, of course.
I think we have way more tools to win this fight.
Okay. I didn't see Nathaniel Wood versus Morgan Charrier. Of course, I've been around these guys. I've certainly been enjoying their fights for the longest amount of time. They're in different weight classes, but came up through the Cage Warriors promotion. But now here we are. I mean, how much do you like this fight?
When we got offered it, I was like, you kind of want him to fight a ranked opponent.
You want the number? Yeah.
It kind of made sense to me. It's like a former Cage Warriors champion as well. Kind of a big name in France, a lot of hype around him, kind of thing. And I stylistically, I think it's a great fight.
Yeah.
Stylistically, I think it's a very good fight. I think he's going to have a lot of trouble with Nathaniel's speed and movement, especially like the kicks and stuff like that. I think he's going to have a lot of trouble with that. But we're not sleeping on him. He's very good. He has judo, black belt background. I think he's a black belt on the floor as well. He doesn't use it too much either. He likes to strike, but everyone starts to strike until something happens. So we are, yet again, with this, we're still prepared for no matter where the fight goes. But I do like this fight for Nathaniel. And I think for me, Nathaniel's Achilles heel has been a little bit of inactivity. You know, like, fought once last year, wanted to fight again. You know, like, it's not this now, beginning of the year, fight, let's keep going and like get some momentum. And then I think if he puts us on Morgan Sherry, our former champion, in good fashion, then we're not going to, like, we want to top 10, top 15, you know?
Yeah, I think has he earned a bonus in each one of his outings as well, Morgan? I think he's certainly got a few bonuses. 2 fights though. Is it 3 fights? Is it? I don't know. I think he was unlucky with the Chepe fight. I commentated that one. That was a very close fight.
And the thing with Nathaniel as well, he hasn't won loads of fights, and nice, but every fight he has is a good fight.
Well, this is what I was getting
It's
to.
a good fight. So I mean, on paper, as a fan, I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I'm looking like look at this one. It's going to be a good fight.
Well, actually, pulling back, I think both of your boys are in competition for potential fight of the nights. I think both of those have got so much to offer with the matchmaking as well. So that's mouth-watering. Of course, you'll be wanting a performance of the night and maybe show a bit of work and get the finish, of course. But before I let you get back to work, like, what is something that people can look forward to from a UFC London event from the perspective of someone that's trodden the boards as both a fighter and a coach?
Just a great atmosphere. And the thing what I love about UK UFC as well as London, it is full from the get-go. There's always a massive buzz around there. People on those seats, it's full from the first fight to the last fight, which, you know, in places like America, it's not like that. Here, you know, we love the sport, you know, and we wished it came back to England more than it does.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're lucky, we get twice a year, but we're, you know, normally guaranteed once. But, you know, hopefully we have another card later on the year as well.
Yeah, you're one of the pioneers of this sport, mate, and I'm always valuing your opinion. What else can be done right now to help your athletes and the sport of mixed martial arts grow here in the UK specifically?
I think it needs to be more in the mainstream sports media in the UK. Like, you turn on Sky Sports, it's just football, boxing, so we're not on there, which I kind of find bizarre. I could understand it a few years ago, but now we've
had champions,
and we're side by side with, you know, like, boxing in my eyes. I think now what Dana White's doing is they understand that boxing's a little bit in a troublesome place, you know. So I do not understand why we're not on mainstream like Sky Sports. You know? I find that bizarre, and that's what I think we do need to have.
Okay, nice one. Best of luck for next week. Cheers, mate.